Hi, today is February the 8th and this is the SPX outlook for the coming days. As you can see, after the massive rise and some disappointment on earnings, the market has been range trading, rejecting 45.25 to 45.40, and it could actually drift down, and that will depend on where the Nasdaq is going. We have a clear sell signal if the market breaks 44.50. It was a previous range highs in the late January, and now it's become support. So there's definitely a tug of war here, and we're going to see more on the 1 hour chart. Here we see a lot of activity, a lot of trading on 44.90 to 45.25, and that's where the market seems to be peaking and being rejected. And we see the same on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq has been rejecting on several occasions the 14.750, 14.800 level. But at the same time, it has bounced off strongly on pivot here, 14.400. That said, if we go back to SPX, we see that, of course, the Dow is keeping the SPX from dropping or following the Nasdaq down. But we have, if we look at VUG over VTV, basically growth over value, the market seems ready to shift towards value, more defensive. So if it goes that way, the Nasdaq will drag on SPX. Another thing that we can't really see here, because this is a 2-year, 10-year treasury spread, and it has been bouncing off the 0.58, 0.59, but it could actually go lower. And something that is not visible here is that short-term interest rates, so the short end of the yield curve, is going higher, and that should have an impact on futures and options. So if the market is telling the Fed that you're acting too late, we may have rates going much higher, and this will also be visible at this part of the yield curve, the 2-year, 10-year, which is kind of a benchmark for fund managers. So the last thing we need to see is the VIX. The VIX has been rejecting 25, so yeah, it could be drifting down, which would allow the market to grind higher. But I would say that will depend on what's going on the Nasdaq. Now, if the Nasdaq fails to claw back above 14,750, it will drag everything else down, and I don't think the Dow can actually keep it up. The Dow still has a few earnings coming, so it could still help the SPX from falling along with Nasdaq, but we have to be careful. So again, on SPX, we'll be watching the key level is 44.50. And if we look at this, the gamma wall is exactly there, both on calls and puts. And on the other side, we've got a range of maybe 45.75, 4600. So the market could be range trading in between those, but there should be definitely more hedging if gamma turns a lot more negative below 44.50. So this is definitely the level to watch. Okay, that is it for now. Thank you for watching. I will try and record the so-called weekly or fortnightly recap on current positions. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.